transformation. I embarked on a journey a few years ago. I noticed my clothing start to get tighter. It gets tighter in my waist. I then eventually have to move a new size. And then my clothing start getting tighter again. Say, oh, what is going on? I try to do things the right way, but not going to the direction I want. So I reach a point where I was in my cholesterol, the doctor told me it was still like in the healthy range, but it was almost at the limit. So if I go a little bit more, it was dangerous. So that was for me a wake-up call. I had to make a change in my life, and I decided to embark in a journey into reversing the trend that was going on. I've been doing exercise here and there, but it was not working. So I needed to make a combination of food, nutrition, and workouts. So the workouts is easy, like you lift weights, you do cardio, everybody knows that. But with the diet that we have, especially in America and developed countries, it's very easy to out-eat any amount of workout. You can be running for hours and you eat a cheesecake that has 1,000 calories. You don't do like 3 hours of running just that day. So imagine every day you eat things. And to make it more confusing, you go to the supermarket and there's things that say fit or healthy. For example, some yogurts is supposed to be healthy, but they're loaded with sugar and they also cause some trouble. I did a few things to make a reverse my health, and it worked. So one of them was working out consistently, lifting weights and doing some kind of cardio. Another one was tracking my calories, because sometimes it's very deceiving, right? What's healthy, what's not. But when you track your calories, you know exactly, oh, this have more fat than I thought, or this one, I didn't know it was this healthy, and it is. So you can be aware of at least what you're eating. And then the third thing helped me was accountability. So if you don't know where you are, where you're going, you will never get your destination. So knowing where you are, where you want to be, and track the way there. So one thing you can track is your weight, you can track your calories, and then you can see the trends. Also the pictures, because sometimes the weight stays the same or you don't see too much change. But if you picture how your body is changing, you can see some difference and some progress in there. So I'm now open for questions. You guys have any questions?
Yes. How long was it when you started?
I was around 2 years ago.
And were you working out, or you were completely not working out during that time?
I was working out, but I was out eating my workouts, to be honest.
So you did, like when you competed in the Ironman, the triathlon.
Yeah, I was still
were you
working
doing
out.
this type of thing?
Yeah, I was working out, but in my job they have like unlimited food, unlimited desserts. Yeah, so I was eating.
Huh.
Yeah, and I was eating without too much care.
So you didn't eat any muscles and like nothing like close to what you are now, basically. Even though you were working, you were doing the triathlon.
Yeah, I was
on a regular basis. You didn't look like you're a person that working out on a regular basis and is like kind of like more lean.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think you can do a lot of things, but as I mentioned, you can eat like very caloric foods, especially and then you can outwork all of that.
Yeah. Do you have a question?
What are your workout and dietary goals for the coming year?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So right now I want to lean down a little bit more. I'm measuring the body fat percentage. I'm right now around 15%. I would like to get around 10%. So for that, I have to do a combination of nutrition, eating lean, below my maintenance level, a little low, so the fat keeps going away. And also I have to add like a low intensity cardio, because I want to keep the muscle. So I have to, instead of running, I used to do a lot of running, but that also reduces muscle mass. As you get leaner and leaner, it gets harder to lose weight, because if you lose muscle as well, you rebound and then it's harder. So I try to do like more Instead of running, I do more like steps. I try to do 10,000 steps per day, low cardio, sometimes high intensity training, and also the food I'm watching what I eat, and also the protein intake is very important to keep the muscle, because I just don't want to go lean, also I want to keep the muscle as I go.
Maintain the muscle.
Yeah, maintain the muscle or even increase it, yeah.
How did you feel then compared to how you feel now when you really achieved so much like in the process? Because I've seen the photos, you definitely went through a serious transformation. So
Yeah.
how is your mindset, how was your mindset then compared to now? How did it affect your life? And
Yeah.
I would love to hear that.
Yeah, it's very interesting because somebody also mentioned the picture. Oh, in the first picture you look like a little like sad, and then as you take pictures like closer, you look like a little happier. And that's how I felt. Like I felt a little depressed because I said, "Oh, what is happening? I'm trying to do exercise, but my cholesterol is going up, my clothes is not fitting well." I feel like a little, I feel down, a little depressed, a little like less confident. And as I start the journey and transformation, I see the results. And people start saying, "Oh, I see you different." My family say, "Oh, wow, what you're doing is really working." Your confidence goes up. You get addicted to like good results, and you build the momentum. You say, "Oh, I feel really happy." Besides, you feel like with more energy. You get less tired when you are like walking in the stairs or anything. You feel like more energy. You feel more alive. And also, people give you the reinforcement. Like they say, they notice a difference. And then that helps you also to continue. Oh, I really like that feeling. A big inspiration to other people. I have some people in my family ask me, "Oh, what you did, what's working," and then I also share my journey with them, and some friends as well.
Interesting. So you're saying that you not just change your life and you feel better as a person and your life completely improved, you also affected other people by seeing you and getting the inspiration. That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
Wow,
I like that. Yeah.
That's a good thing. Let me ask you a question. Tell us a little bit about what exactly do you eat every day? How does the day in your life look like now that you change your lifestyle? And also, how did you look before? Like 2-3 years ago? What was the difference?
Yeah, so I have been experimenting a lot of different things. I try like intermittent fasting. I try different diets. What is working for me right now, I notice if I skip breakfast, I get really, really hungry at lunch and I will go crazy and I'll do anything. So what is working for me now, I have a protein shake in the morning. And that's enough to keep me satisfied until lunchtime. At lunchtime, I try to have some kind of lean protein, like a chicken breast. I try to add broccoli, rice. So I try to keep it like carbs, protein, and healthy fats across the day. And then at dinner is also similar, but I try to go more carbs heavy at night because that's usually when the hunger goes bigger. What I noticed too, since I'm restricting my calories, I get more hungry. I have to eat like foods that are more filling or have more volume. What I mean is, for example, you can eat one potato chips, for example, has 200 calories. But if you like a bowl of salad with the same calories, you have to eat a lot more volume. So it will keep you fuller longer. So I try to go for healthier foods that has more volume, fills your stomach a little bit more, and then you are more satisfied. So that's my trade-off right now.
How do you feel in the day-to-day compared to before? Like, do you feel more energetic with your new lifestyle? How did it affect your life in the day-to-day, vibe-wise, when you communicate with people?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Roll around in life.
Yeah. Before I was like a wallflower. I wouldn't like participate too much. I wouldn't feel like as confident. But now even my energy is different. Like I walk into the room, I make more eye contact. People also notice, and I feel more energized, more confident, more desire to do things. Talk to people more. Before I was like too afraid of talking to anybody. And,
Cool.
yeah, feel like more energy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man.